Hello, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you all being here to talk about Tommy. I want to start off by introducing myself. I'm Courtney Dumont, and I'm the EC teacher here at HPU Elementary. I would like to take a minute for everyone to introduce themselves so we all get to know who everyone here is. Mrs. Smith, why don't you start?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Smith, Tommy's teacher for the majority of the day.
Hello, I'm Sally Michaels, Tommy's mom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wood. I'm the principal and the LEA rep here at High Point Elementary.
So here is a copy of our agenda for today so you can see what we're going to go over and so we can stay on task and move forward in finding a solution for Tommy. We're meeting today to discuss and receive permission to evaluate Tommy. We will go over the different forms and explain why at this point in time we think we need to evaluate Tommy. First, I want to hand you your own copy of the parent handbook. Here you go. Thank you. This is for you to keep and look over to help you understand the process and your rights as a parent. The handbook contains 13 sections. Section 3 has all the information about evaluations, and Section 1 talks about consent for evaluations. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. My information and contact number is on the inside of the book, so you can easily see it and have it. And I'm available for anything you need. I understand that this is a long process and can be confusing. So no question is dumb. You can ask me anything.
Thank you, Ms. Dumont.
Of course. Let's talk about why we want to evaluate Tommy. We implemented RTI, which is also known as Response to Intervention, with Tommy and continue to work closely with his teacher, monitoring his progress. As Tommy went through the stages of RTI, we continued to see him struggle, even with the interventions put in place. Tommy was taken out of class twice a week for 45 minutes to practice reading skills and math. Tommy seemed to benefit more from one-on-one help, but it still seemed to me that he was struggling in the classroom. After long weekends or school breaks, Tommy seemed to easily forget what we had learned, and his progress would go right back down.
I think he tells everyone.
So we are going to go over some of the forms now, and I will explain each of them to you. Keep in mind, all these forms are in draft form, meaning that they are subject to change and revision. You will receive a copy of each of these forms to take home. Go over and keep for your records. It's never a bad idea to start a file on your son, so you can have all the information for any time you need. First, this is your invitation to conference. It says that you had been invited to come and you had 7 to 10 days notice. So if you can just sign here saying okay. Thank you. Okay. And so this form goes over areas of concern and strengths for Tommy. It's also known as the Deck 1 form. Tommy is such an energetic student, and I'm sure you know he really enjoys books when they are being read to him, and he doesn't have to struggle with the words. He also is such a people pleaser, always offering to help pass out things and hold the door for every student. Socially, Tommy gets along great with every student. He has a best friend, Mike. They are inseparable during recess and lunch. His favorite subject is gym, and he's one of the fastest kids in class, as I'm sure he's told you and everyone. Tommy struggles in math class with computation and math reasoning. Sometimes he just has a hard time with bigger problems, and especially word problems. In language arts, Tommy struggles with reading comprehension and vocabulary. Oftentimes, he gets extremely frustrated when he is trying to read because he is struggling so much it ruins the story for him. One last area of concern is behavior. Tommy becomes verbally aggressive when he becomes frustrated in class. When he isn't understanding, he also tends to zone out or daydream. So it's very hard to keep him on track and to keep him paying attention to what's going on.
I would also like to add that Tommy is very helpful in the classroom. When it comes to passing out work or being a line leader at the same time, he is having a hard time in paying attention. He's having a hard time paying attention in class, and when everyone tries to get Tommy to participate, he quickly becomes aggressive and will yell. He also comes to class with a lot without his homework.
Okay, now that we went through Tommy's strengths and weaknesses, do you have any concerns?
Yeah, I think you give too much homework. And it's just ridiculous. I kind of want him switched out.
Okay, well, that's something you can talk to Dr. Wood about at a different time, because that's not obviously on our agenda or why we're here meeting today, so it wouldn't be appropriate for us to go over it at this time.
Yes, we can meet about this at a separate time.
After our observations and meeting, we think that Tommy would be a good candidate for special education services. Can you sign this form saying that we went over and you understood what we were talking about? Thank you. This next form is about getting permission to test Tommy, and this form is about permission to evaluate. We would like to test Tommy in the areas of language arts and math, because those are the subjects he is struggling with repeatedly, regardless of all the intervention and everything we put in place. So if you agree that we should be testing Tommy and you give us permission to go on with these tests, can you just please sign this form right here? Thank you. Okay. This last form states that what we've talked about in this meeting, and remember that all these forms are in draft form and our subjects be changed and revised. I will also give you a copy of all these forms to take home. So if you could please just sign here. Thank you. The next steps we would like to take is to evaluate Tommy in the areas of math and language arts, and then set up another meeting to go over the results of testing. Also, from this meeting on, there is a 90-day period which the testing must take place and all the forms must be filed. So here are I'll go grab the copies of the documents. So here is a copy for all of you, and again, I would suggest that you create your own folder or binder at home so you have all the documents saved for you, but if you ever need an extra copy, you just can come to the school and ask and we'll provide you with one. So do you have any more questions about anything we went over today?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much for coming today. I really appreciate you all taking the time out to be here because I know everyone's busy. But I know that this meeting is a great first step in coming up with a plan so we can support Tommy in the best way that he can and to help him succeed in school. Thank you.